On Friday night, it will be a very, very interesting showdown between the Bulldogs and the Hawks in what is built up to be one of the biggest elimination finals that we have seen in our lifetime. So without further ado, let's get into this preview. And the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to this preview is just how massive of a build-up this game has to it. I don't think I've seen an elimination final with this much hype and this much intensity to it. If you look at the form ladder of the competition since the second half of the season, these two teams are number 1 and 2 on it. These are the two informed teams of the competition clashing with each other in a do or die game. Winner is a very real chance of going to a preliminary final on the form that they are in at the moment, whilst the loser is out. And I just think the build-up and the excitement is just palpable, and especially in Melbourne at the moment, you can just feel the excitement for Friday night, and it is a massive, massive opportunity for these two clubs. I'm going to say it's the biggest elimination final I have seen in my lifetime, just based on in general form, and I can't wait to be able to analyse and describe it all with you guys. Beginning with the Western Bulldogs, when it comes to their team, despite being 6th place on the ladder, their team is as lethal and stacked as any list in the competition. And I'm dead serious when I say that. Their midfield is just insane. With the best player in the game, Marcus Bontempelli, leading it, along with other real strong players in the coalface, West, Liberatore, Adam Treloar. It's just so many names who can just pick you apart and kill you at so many times. Ed Richards, the young redhead's playing so well, and they've also got one of the most strongest and lethal ruckmen in the game in Tim English that you will have to watch out for. Someone who could have easily won all Australian honours this year. The defence has been a problem under Luke Beveridge in the past, but for the first time in an extremely long time, heading into a final series, I genuinely feel that the defense is in a perfect place and is one of the most lethal units in a while. I feel like for the first time in a while, the Dogs' defense is settled heading into a final series. With Liam Jones and one of the moves of the year in Rory Lockdown back intercepting marks, Alex Keith as well has been so big, it's going to be very hard. And Buku Karmas can also play a serious role as well. They've got so many defenders they can rely on when it matters. And their forward, oh boy, that's the crux and the jewel of the sword at the moment. When I start a forward line rundown with Jamara Ugle-Hagan and Sam Darcy, you know we're on to something good. You know we're cooking something lethal. And add to that you have Aaron Norton in the small forward department. Cody Waitman can also come in and kick a few goals. It is just so scary the power the Dogs have, and they can score at will, it's felt like, and they will have done that a lot of times in the second half of the season. And don't forget that Bontempelli can generate scores himself at will. So yeah, the Western Bulldogs are just in such a good place and have one of the best lists in the competition, in my opinion. Their opponents, Hawthorn, not that far behind them in terms of the want and energy levels. Their midfield I don't think Lloyd Meek as a ruckman is a very good ruckman, and he's had a very solid and elite campaign since he left Fremantle. They've also got some very strong players in the midfield department in Warple, Jai Newcomb, Mitch Lewis, and a guy who could have easily been All-Australian in the midfield in Massimo D'Ambrosio, who's just been massive coming from Essendon. Their defense has solid names and solid defenders all throughout. James Sicily, Jack Scrimshaw, and the Frost Ball himself, Sam Frost, are in that department. And the forward line is a crafty but nifty unit with Dylan Moore, an All-Australian forward leading the charge, along with a barricade and build up. Marvia Scholl's been insane as a tall marking forward. Chandra Jaff, someone you're going to have to watch out for, who definitely will come back. And leading the small forwards brigade, a pest from Collingwood, who has just been fantastic in Hawk colours, in Jack Ginnivan, who can just score at a dime. He just... The way he finds the goals is just so insane. He's one of those players, like, he sees goals and he just knows the angle to kick them from. It's insane. These Hawks have been built such an exciting, flourishing and fiery style that can go up against any team in the competition at the moment. Chaos Ball is their game, with one of the best coaches in Sam Mitchell at the helm, and the Hollywood Hawks will take it to anyone, regardless of their overall or better list on paper. But I will say the Hawks are without a major player. Will Day, being without Will Day can suffice against Richmond and North Melbourne, but in the finals it's going to be a serious blow. The improvement he makes to their midfield is night and day at the moment. Pun not intended. And when they've struggled earlier in the season, it was without Will Day. So it is a genuine watch, and it's why I feel like the Dogs midfield, along with Tim English just being a better rucker than Lloyd Meek in general, will probably dominate in this game. When it comes to the Hawks defenders on the Dogs forwards, I also feel like this is a key advantage for the Western Bulldogs. Because I just can't see any defender, even James Sicily, who's been All-Australian before, being able to stop the Bulldogs' two lethal tools in Jamara Ugle-Hagan and Sam Darcy, both who are ready for the final stage. The fact that Aaron Norton is the third tall I'm talking about here is just insane. And it's just going to be too much for the Hawks defenders to handle, I feel. When it comes to Hawks forwards and Dogs defenders, I thought this is even. The Dogs defenders can make a very strong impact and a very strong case for being able to stop Lewis. Forgot Bruce as well, Chandra Giath, Marvia Scholl, who in their first finals campaign will be made to fend a lot against Rory Lobb and especially Liam Jones. So on paper, the Dogs are going to win this by a lot because they've just got... The Hawks have a good list, the Dogs have an elite list, and their full power might show, but the Hawks don't care about what your list build is or how talented you are on paper. They will just come out with their shiny chaos style and will make hell for you. That's why I think this is going to be a close game and a very fun game to watch. I've just got the Dogs winning by 3 because I really can't see how they stop Jamara Ugle-Hagan and Sam Darcy. But this is going to just be the most funnest and most insane game to watch, and I cannot wait to see it with you guys. So, let me know who you think will win, and see you on Friday night.